It's Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You. And we don't talk about customer service today. Listen, how good is your customer service? So I wrote a book, and you're going to hear me say that for a long time. Right? Better questions, better clients. And the concept is really simple. It's not a sales training. We're not going to turn you to a killer closer or a master manipulator. But I understand if I can help you ask better questions, we're making better business decisions, and we're hiring better. And yes, you'll increase revenue, improve retention, whatever your team's goal is. But it's for customer facing teams. If you talk to people, this is the question for you. How good is your customer service? Like, how would you rate it? And even if you're on the sales team, don't skip this video. I think anytime you're talking to other people, we need to talk about our level of service. All right. So you'll see I'm traveling. And on the way here, I have not had great service. So there's three times. One, I was working on a project and I sent the information over and I didn't hear anything back for a week. So kind of wondering what's going on. And that's what I don't want our clients to do. Current or future clients, I don't want them to wonder. I want them to know. Then I traveled, so I want to get a little shape up. Was looking a little homeless. I was like, okay, we got to do something about that. And I also wanted to get my locks retwist. That time I actually got great service. Shout out to Miss Iverson. She let me know. She's know how many times. She gave me some alternatives. She gave me some solutions. Ah, chef's kiss. So that's booked. That's scheduled. I went to go get my glasses fixed and then to get a shave. So I go to the barber shop. No, I schedule an appointment. I was like, man, I got a lot to do before I hit this flight. Schedule appointment. I don't have time to wait around. So I go. I get there about 3, maybe 4 minutes early. I want to exaggerate. Let's call it 3 minutes early. I park, go into the barbershop. He's not even in the barbershop. He's not even there. So I'm like, all right. So I wait about 5 minutes. It took me a second to find his number. So I called him 6 minutes after the appointment time. 6 minutes. And again, I'm being patient. I want to own that. Um, as the client, as the customer in the scenario. But he wasn't even in the barbershop. Like if you were there and you were cutting someone else's hair, okay, at least I can see you. But guess who didn't answer the phone? So I'm like, man, what's going on? I was wondering. I had doubt. So one of the other barbers there is like, let me call him. So he calls him and he answers for that barber. All right. He said he's at the Kroger. Kroger's stone's throw away. That's not the issue. Why are you at Kroger if you have an appointment? So I waited till 10 after and left. He calls me at 6. It was 14 after. He said, hey man, did you leave? I was like, yes, sir. You weren't there. So I left. He was like, that's not the way we do business. That's what you mean? He's like, I really should have charged you a cancellation fee. Or what do you say, a no-show fee for not canceling? I'm like, charge me the whole thing. Charge me the whole thing. You never see me again. Because I was like, I showed up 3 minutes early. I waited until 10 after and I left. I'm a man of integrity. I scheduled an appointment. I was there for the appointment. And I brought my hair with me. And he was like, well, that's just not how we do business. Not how we do business. I'm like, man, well, your business is not being there for your appointment time. I'm like, what am I missing? Now I will say he saved it. He was like, well, how can we fix this? I was like, I don't know what you mean. I gotta go. Like, I got a flight to catch. They not, hey, can y'all hold the flight for a minute? I gotta go back. He's like, well, you would still be here in the chair if you hadn't left. I said, it's true. 10 minutes isn't that long of a time to wait. If you knew, so let's say you're at a restaurant, say it's gonna be 10 minutes, and it's an hour, you'll be upset because you received information, didn't match reality. But if I said, hey, it's gonna be an hour and you only had to wait 30, you would actually be happy. Like, oh man, it was only 30 minutes. If you're at a restaurant where you're willing to wait an hour, let me know what that restaurant is because I want to try it. So I'm thankful I didn't escalate because I was hot, like trying to maneuver some things and other things are falling apart. And so I hung up. I said, listen, man, I'll be back. I was like, it's just gonna be after my trip, okay? I don't need a discount. I was like, you do, he does a great job. So I was like, I'll be back. So now I have to find an alternative. That's frustrating. The third piece, let's see, I submitted the project. Oh, so on a Saturday, I asked for a quote for a project. So I'm gonna get you a quote. So I said, I'm gonna get you information on Sunday, 24 hours. I did not get it to him on Sunday. I said, hey, working on it. Got it to him on Monday. That incident at the barbershop made me think, like, wait a second, I still don't have a quote from you. I did a training last week. Shout out to the Purposeful and Profitable Collective and Dr. Jetta Robinson. We did a training on proposals, and I said, you really should be giving proposals within 24 hours. Like, if you can't do that, it's either we need to standardize your offer, or if it's truly maybe like RFP or RFQ where it's custom every time, we need to talk about your setting proper expectations to the client. One or the other. For me, I'll try and get that to you on the phone. Does it look good? Yes. What questions do you have? None. Cool. The invoice is in your inbox. Pay the deposit. It's under a certain amount. Like, let's just pay the full and knock it out. Um, let's schedule your onboarding, right? Let's not hold up the process. So for Saturday to Friday, I was like, hey, I called. I said, listen, I know everybody's got their own things going on, but I really was looking to get started, and I'm a little concerned if it takes you this long to get a proposal, how long is it going to get the project done? He's like, oh, it's just about a week and a half. I was like, okay, I hear you, but my concern is that a week and a half is going to be 3 weeks. He's like, I appreciate you bringing that concern. He's like, I'll get it to you. Got it. That was yesterday. I'll check my email if I have a proposal. I didn't see one this morning. So send the project in. I called the other project, say, hey, what's our timeline? He said, oh, have you sent me the information yet? Yes. He's, oh, can you resend it? So I resent it. Did you get it? Yes. And this is where I started to look in the mirror. It's like, I do not like this experience. Even if you're like, hey, the product's delayed 3 months, I'd be pretty upset, but I'd be aware of it. I wouldn't have to wonder. I wouldn't have to guess. I wouldn't have to track it down. So I'm like, okay, how can I improve my level of service? And so I started thinking about open projects I have. There's a project I did. It was some warm outreach for a conference. I haven't done a summary. I haven't scheduled the debrief call. That's on me. There's another client we're doing some coaching. Well, the company's asked me to coach their outbound sales team. They had the link to schedule the call, but just like when I sent the info and didn't hear back from them, I have to be proactive. If I'm offered a service, hey, you need to schedule an appointment and you don't schedule an appointment, it's my responsibility to remind you, hey, you have an appointment, a coaching call that you need to schedule. Right? That's on me as the business owner, as the professional, as a service provider. So I sent that out. We got it scheduled. There's one more. I gave the one where I had done a training for a client and was supposed to do a summary overview, and I hadn't got that back from 12. And you know what? To be fair, it has been a week. It has. That's on me. So I give them an update and say, hey, don't even make excuses. Working on this now. We'll get it to you shortly. They said thank you. Most of the time, unless it's something that's holding up progress for another project, most of the time, all you really need to do is communicate. Even if the communication is there's no new things to communicate. And so I had to hold myself accountable. I wasn't happy with the level of service I was receiving, but I'm a little embarrassed about the level of service I was given. Now, that's not all of them. All the projects I've been working on, some have been a little bit smoother than others. But when things don't go smoothly or right on schedule, like, how am I communicating that to the client? What's in place to make sure the client gets what they need in a timely fashion? So after making this video, that's actually what I'm going to work on, is some workflows to make sure if you work with me, you say, Bruce, we need help with our clarity, we need help with our confidence, we need help with our communication, whether it's internal or external, that you receive what did we used to say at Macy's? Um, an excellent level of service. I think that's what you said. Top tier. Oh, I think was it top tier or 5-star service? Somebody used to work at Macy's remind me. And so that's my commit myself. So this is a learning lesson. It's a reminder to you that communication is key. That's a huge level of customer service. And that's why when I wrote this book, Better Questions, Better Clients, it's not about selling anything. It's about creating an experience that attracts the type of clients that you want to keep and creating an environment for them where they want to stay. Right. That's the retention side. That's why I love working with customer success leaders on this project because I think they're naturally averse to sales training. It's not a huge part of what they do, but asking questions is 99% of what they do, right? Whether that's directly to client or internally. And so the goal is to create a level of excellent service that sets your company apart. Because with all the options out there in the world, in the marketplace these days, and they're easier to find, and there's a lot more tools to you can do a lot of it yourself. I believe service is going to be where businesses set themselves apart. So that's my frustration, but that's also my self accountability. Like services improving, working on the workflows now. And if I can, some things, I've got client data in it. If I can, I'll share some of that, some screen grabs of how I build that into the back office. All right. My name's Bruce Hill. New skills new to you. And I'm helping businesses grow revenue, retention by asking better questions.